me again, Brian. Today we are going to talk about the religious conflict and war and political conflicts has drastically increased over the years. Terrorism and the rise of religiously motivated insurgent group has forced the hand of civil government, and as a result, the defense spending around the world has risen steadily from since 1995 to $1.7 trillion. While terrorism may be on the rise, the good news is that diplomacy and peace effort has decreased the number of civil wars and intrastate intrastate conflicts around the world from 16 per 100,000 to 1 per 100,000. So this is actually a serious issue that we look at, and let's use the cards to determine what is the result. And of course, with wisdom and discernment, we'll be able to spend time understanding better on how to resolve these issues. And it's really a situation where we need discernment as well as fun and games, and to really uplift the whole spirit of knowing that there is people that is going to try to handle the case. But many times we must also rely on content in order for the world to move forward. And as much as we can, we try to pen down good things, and but we pen down the good things, we pen down the negative things, because those people that are in poverty are the ones that suffer as a result of building that heaven for the rest of the people. And there is, on the right side, there is the area that has already been burned through, and there's one Satan over there. And so the story is like this: it's under the roof of the entire world, and long before the time that God has allowed visions to be seen, and open the eyes and to really get into the current situation, and regardless of where do you stand, and do you remain in a very good and healthy situation, or do you remain very stressful for a long period of time? And this allows thoughts to flow through, and God will help to better understand this situation. And really, when you try really to understand that God has allowed things to flourish and allow beautiful things to make even better, and we really must emphasize the importance of having a very wonderful thought, and to really grasp the idea of a spiritual gift, and to really get into the meaning of leisure and encouragement, and the wonderful things that God has bestowed upon us and has laid on our hands, and we will eventually be led out of any spiritual prison, to break through the spiritual prison, so that people can be happier. People can enter through the narrow gate into this wonderful place that God has allowed amazing things to happen. And There are different tiers of heavens and on earth, and whether people will see us through and to really upkeep the spirit and to enjoy things that is given to us one way or another. Just hang on a minute. And increasingly, there will be a place in for everyone, and whether there is a situation of controls and the situations of whichever place that we are in. And I believe that every day we try to fight for what we believe is ours, and we fight to get the upper hand all the time, because the hands keep changing as time passes, and there is a degrading in situations, but we will never let it happen in this manner. There will always be the gift that God has given us, and we will use that gift. We will use that gift as much as we can to allow God to open our hearts and mind, and to really understand and dig deeply into this entire project of what God has opened doors for us, and to enter into the narrow gate. And when you do that, it's only going to serve you even better. And we must really pray and believe things, and things will really be in line with the nature, and it will really come together. And when it does, we can finally see the mighty, compassionate God, that you are compassionate, and you will be receiving compassion as well. And really, that kind of situation allows people to see better days, to enjoy what is theirs, and God will allow all these things to happen, and we will always receive joy in this manner. And there are many people that are suffering at the moment, whether they are waiting this and that, and God will always continue to allow good things to flourish, and really to let us discern and know what is good for us and what is the best for us. And God, we will allow good things to happen. And we pray that God, please, you can allow this artificial intelligence and the really smart people to guide these people into a better road, and not let us stay in wars and conflict for a long period of time. Each and every one of us, I really believe there is something different. Either they are meant to stay at home, or they are meant to serve different people. And let it be done the way God has allowed it to happen, either through the walk, either through fishing, or either through biblical studies, or taking care of children's. And individually, I believe very strongly that there are many things available, and really to upkeep and really control the situation and allow good things to flourish. And this is the road to the kingdom of heaven. So in any situation, in any cases, there will always be building projects. There will always be a place on earth that will allow good things to happen. It will allow a beautiful place to flourish, and it will eventually become a place where it's heavenly. And we will really work hard for it. We will strive to go further and to try our best to try different things. Whether you try to make money through this or you try to serve God in different ways, we will always be able to enjoy all this gift, provided we believe strongly that it happens. It will always be true. It will always be true. And we must really get our minds and thoughts into the entire project that has been built for the longest period of time. And we will always continue to serve in this way, and we will get whatever we need. We already have a lot of things, and it's really to walk around and to really understand the deepest feeling in your heart and to really satisfy the feeling, and either with true peaceful means. And this road to success will continue to be the heaven, and you must believe it. You must believe it truly in your heart that this is heaven. You must believe it, and if it continues to burn, if it's continued to burn, it means that the people around you is enjoying. If it's not hurting, it means the place has been left barren. So we must always remember that God is around, and God will continue to serve us in this way because we love Jesus, his son. And with this it concludes. This has been a religious war, conflict and war. Pardon? Political conflict has drastically increased over the years. Terrorism and rise of religious motivated insurgent groups have forced the hands of several governments. As a result, defense spending around the world has risen steadily since 1995 to $1.7 trillion, while terrorism may be on the rise. The good news is that diplomacy and peace effort have decreased the number of civil wars and intra-state conflicts around the world, from 16 per 10,000, 100,000, to about 1 per 100,000. And so God says that I have loved you with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 3:13. And faith, love, and hope. And also, it is well with my soul. So, with this being said, we conclude the sermon for today. God bless you. The Lord appeared to us in the past, saying, I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. 31